Couple 1-2 big dick bandits cutting through the forest on ATVs, yeah. Wind in my hair, not really, cause I was wearing a big old helmet. Way too much helmet. Way too much helmet, by the way. Come on, give me a smaller helmet. What am I going to fucking space? Huh? Here's the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen.
That's the song?
That's the song, everybody.
Hey, how mad were you? We kept having to go through mud in ATVs.
Oh my God.
Every time, mud in my face.
Go to my Instagram and you'll see how covered in mud Brennan is. And here's the thing.
I'm the only guy in mud.
Well, what's funny is I got sprayed with mud too, but somehow it didn't stick to me. And here's my theory, and I'm not saying anything, but well, let me ask you a question. You know I take krill oil, right? I'm just saying. And I wonder it's because my skin is so incredibly oily and smooth.
Like a blue whale?
Maybe well, here's a question. Have you ever seen a muddy blue whale? I'm just asking.
Nope, sure haven't.
Well, maybe it has to do with the fact they eat 4 million tons of krill a year or whatever it is. Bottom line is, I take my krill oil. I'm just saying maybe that's why I look so pristine in the jungle, in the jungle.
So you're saying if I took on it krill oil,
all
the mud would have went right off my body? I've never seen a muddy whale.
Well, you know, and all I'm saying is we both hit the same amount of mud, but somehow I came out looking fairly pristine.
You're right.
And I'm not. Maybe it's because I belong to the family that is human optimization called onit.com/fighter. If you go to Costa Rica or you're going to be playing in mud, you might want to invest in a little krill oil from Onnit because it's the best there is. That's all I'm trying to say. Onit.com/fighter for 10% off.
Boom.
That's how I weave in Onnit.
Wow, I didn't know. I'm sold.
Yeah.
I need krill oil
That's
bad.
how I roll. And if you're wondering why I'm looking a little pumped, and I got a whole bunch of energy, chalk it up to the creatine maybe caffeine, but I'll tell you that ultra digestible, delicious Dolce Whey is my new friend. Since they sent me a whole bunch for free.
Full free.
Yeah,
it's nice.
The stuff is good.
It is nice. Get 10% off onit.com/fighter. You know the deal.
Costa Rica, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming in hot. Not going to lie to you. Long flight.
Long flight. Here's my philosophy on life. I was meditating on it. There are two things that matter. You want happiness? Learn how to laugh with your friends. Costa Rica is a nice backdrop for that. You can go on crocodile tours, which we're going to get into. You can go on ATV tours, which we'll get into. But it's about laughing and getting good at something. Everything else, go fuck yourself.
I agree.
Laughing with your buddies and getting good at something.
And you could tell I'm a little down. I think it's because I don't have my same group of friends here that I do there. When it was you, Klopp, Jay, my brother, and Austin, and then, Buster and Jason, I'm not as close with them, but, they're part of the
good
crew.
Guys, good
guys, yeah. But if it's Klopp, Jay, you, and Austin, and me, that's like my crew, man.
Yeah.
So when we just chill, I don't have to do anything. I don't need croc tours.
No.
I don't need zip lining.
We're being a bunch of silly geese over tacos.
Good food?
Yeah.
If I have good food and a group of friends, I'm straight.
Can we talk a little bit about Klopp and about the superhero that he is?
You didn't realize how big he was,
I've never seen in my life a physique like that. I've actually never seen a physical specimen. If he was in the movie Thor, we would all go, Thor wasn't that big and that muscular.
It's
Thor,
true.
Nobody's that proportioned.
Never seen anything like this kid.
He
has the worst diet of all time.
Yeah.
Matter of fact,
he lives on donuts.
And he has ulcers, right?
Yeah.
High blood pressure.
Yeah. Fuck that guy. I hope he dies. Don't get me wrong. I definitely don't want him alive. But I couldn't stop sort of taking him in visually. Ugh. He's a Calvin Klein model at 275, 6'5".
Yeah, and his eyes are too close together for Calvin Klein.
Well, his jaw couldn't be stronger. His hair couldn't be thicker.
I know. He's a dime piece.
He's a true dime piece with that tapered waist that graduates into a tsunami for a back. If you want to know what his back looks like, take a look. Google an aerial shot of the fucking Himalayas, all right? Because his back is the topography of the fucking Hindu Kush.
He has a long tail piece on him. It looks kind of like a horse.
Yeah,
it's like real long buck cheeks.
But it's a long.
It's not a bubble butt.
It's a
bubble.
No, it's a haunch made for farming, for pushing a grain mill. And I couldn't be happier with his calves. His thighs, everybody has some flaw. Everybody's like, well, he needs better thighs.
My only knock on him is his eyes are too close. I say this, Kloppy.
I don't notice it. I don't even notice that. He was sitting waist deep in Costa Rican water, and I just thought to myself, you should always be waist deep in Costa Rican water with that salty water dripping off your torso, forming 1,000 rivers. Because, at 275 he's shredded. Doesn't take steroids. Lives on coffee, weights, and eats donuts.
His diet in the morning is
no fat on him.
He can't decide whether he should go to McDonald's breakfast or Dunkin' Donuts every single day.
When he was playing his vert, he ran a 4.540, and his vertical at 250 when he was playing whatever he was 38 inches.
38 and a half.
38 inches, 38 and a half. The average vert in the NBA, I believe, is either 23 or 27 inches.
Well, that's a weird statistic because NBA, they're so tall.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
In the NFL, that's not average, but
it's ridiculous.
Yeah. He's a
physical
super freak.
phenom.
You could not get enough of him.
So fuck you, Klopp.
You could not get enough of him.
No, I couldn't get it.
And he's funny too.
He's funny.
Tell you what, you don't want to invite that guy to your cocaine party with that nose though.
He's got a nose on him.
He gets a nose on
everything on him is big, but it's all proportioned. He's a proportioned.
Oh, he's a freak.
Somebody draped. They took human skin and dipped it in a gold solution, and then draped it over his muscle torso.
But he's still insecure about his body.
Oh my God, that's the best part. He's afraid he's going to get skinny if he doesn't lift weights. His arms are so big that people were driving by 22-inch arms. People were driving by in cars going, "What is?" Because it's not a bodybuilder look. It's you go, "Oh, that guy's bone structure carries those muscles."
But it's
the way they're
it's not
supposed
like a
to.
fake look.
No,
it's just like
it's a giant.
He's Thor.
It's a giant NFL athlete. Played for 7 years. He's Thor.
6 years, yeah.
Yeah, he's Thor and a ridiculous athlete, and you just go, "That's the outlier." That's
you
the
know
1%.
when he got on NFL Scouts radars was we were playing Houston Stadium. I think it was the Houston Ball against UTEP, and they threw a like streak route to Klopp.
Yeah,
and he caught it with one hand, spun, and then the corners and safeties had an angle on him, and he outran them at 265 pounds.
Yeah,
I just smoked him. I think the entire team was like, "Oh shit." Like it was just like usually you're getting caught by these little corners.
Yeah.
Two black guys chasing down this big white dude, two lions versus zebra.
Yeah.
And he just outran both of them for a touchdown.
I don't know how you would tackle him. He did grab me. We did a little wrestling, a little giggly.
Oh, he's so strong.
A little giggle wrestle. And he was just kind of moving me about and not doing anything.
You know, he's my training partner for 3 years. I in Denver when Shane was out, Rashad, everyone was kind of hurt. There's this transition period where I had no big guys to train with.
Yeah, who fucked who?
So I'd bring Klopp in.
Right.
I'd like grapple.
Oh, you mean actually with grappling and stuff?
Yeah, man. What do you think?
I don't
for
know.
fighting.
I thought you were talking about sex.
No.
But
I would bring Klopp in.
Did you guys date for a while?
Yeah, right. No, I brought Klopp in because he's so big and strong to mimic a real big dude.
Well, you were putting suntan lotion on his back. And I felt very uncomfortable.
We were.
Yeah.
How about Jay? He does computer so much, he has almost a camel humpback.
Yeah.
He's like
Hey, Jay.
He has like a fat deposit, calcium deposit, because he's on his computer like this so much.
Yeah.
It's
attractive.
It's like a rhino.
Well, he stores
like
water.
rhino.
A lot of people don't realize that Jay can actually walk through the desert and needs only 1 cup of water.
Yeah,
he stores water in his hump.
What do you think's going on there?
Well, let's get it fixed, Jay, immediately. How's that sound?
Can we please get that looked at?
Yeah.
I think we can drain it.
He doesn't care.
He really doesn't care. He should, though.
His girl's a dime piece. She's beautiful.
It's
amazing what women can put up with.
But you're getting married. Hey, Jay, I'll pay for it. Can we please get this looked at?
Can
we please get that titty removed off your upper back?
You got a nipple. You got another
you
nipple.
have an implant in a titty implant on your back.
He's got a nice full mouth, though, and that's what matters. And is definitely losing way more hair than I am. So...
Fuck you.
Yeah, he is. Sorry.
No way.
Oh, he's 100%. Yeah, he didn't get that job gene. You don't have a forehead.
I have zero.
Your eyebrows and then hair, and your brother
It was a good group, though. They loved you, man. You're the life of the party.
Good guys.
You left early. You missed
had to
you
go
missed
home.
one hell of a night, though.
Miss my kid.
You missed one hell of a night.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man. Me without sleep. I think I got. This is no joke. One night I got probably 12 minutes of sleep.
Yeah.
But my last night I got 45 minutes of sleep.
I'm impressed with how you dealt. You hit a wall Friday night.
Oh, me and my brother both did.
You were like, we
staring
ate
at each other
went home.
Staring at each other from across dinner, not saying a word while everyone else is having fun.
That's kind of why I went home. I was like, oh, I think we've hit our wall.
Oh, you fucked up.
I did.
Because everyone came on back.
Yep, came
on
back.
Huh? How about the, I'll tell you what, it's a little pressure being kind of the leader of a bachelor party because organize it. If it doesn't go well, you hear
all eyes on you. All eyes on you. Yeah.
So, like, when we first got there, I forgot the name of the place. I was like, oh, we should go for breakfast. We should go here. And even our taxi driver was like, yeah, this place is good. We go there. It's fucking terrible. It is terrible. Yeah. Klopp got some cheese with his omelet. That was like
cheese.
Lime.
If you took if you took the sole of your shoe and pounded it against a rock and then painted it white,
that's what Klopp
would be
ate.
The cheese.
That's what he ate and goes, I don't feel good.
He wasn't right for the rest
I
of
was
the
like,
trip.
why would you eat that?
Yeah.
But anyways, the food was terrible there. So then everyone starts complaining. God, man, I mean, hopefully it's better than this. So then I was like, God, I hope this croc tour doesn't suck. So we set up a croc tour.
Yeah.
Now, if you guys have ever been on a croc tour in Costa Rica, this is the second time I've been on one. And I got to be honest, I think they honey dicked us. I don't think it's a wild park. I don't think it's a wild river. What I think is happening is they're basically pets because they know exactly where they are. They give them the exact name.
Yeah.
And
Why? Because the guy goes out in his boat 5 times a day with chicken, and crocs are incredibly territorial, and they just hang out in one spot waiting for their chicken morsel.
But this is the thing. Don't you think there would be way more crocs if they knew all these humans were there throwing chicken?
You know why?
Territorial?
Yes. Crocs don't stand for other crocs they don't know. New croc comes in, they're like,
dead.
Get that, especially the alpha. You
ever
got to
seen
get a pass from the gatekeeper.
You ever seen the croc get his leg ripped off by another croc?
Mm-mm.
It's intense.
But male crocs, alpha crocs lose their teeth because
this is my thing. It's basically like going on the safari at Disneyland because they know exactly where the hippos are at, exactly where the giraffes are at. And they know the names. And as we're going through, I'm like, fuck, this is the exact same tour I went on 2 years ago.
I know, but how about
218?
How about
everything?
How about my man who almost got taken by that croc?
Well, so there's your guide in the boat, and then there's a guy who harasses the crocodiles with chicken. So he'll slap and get out of the boat. So there's a giant ass crocodile. They kind of pull up to the shore. Homeboy gets out in front of the croc and starts slapping chicken to honey dick the croc and the chicken. Think he's getting chicken. So he did it with all the crocs, and it's whatever. I was thinking to myself, God, this is some bullshit. I saw this 2 years ago, 218. But then this aggressive female croc comes up. Homeboy's balls deep in some mud. I mean, he cannot move.
When that thing snaps shut,
jumps at him, and he kind of falls back. I thought that this is fucked up. I thought, oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Curveball, he's about to get eaten alive.
Well,
and I would have paid good money to see that.
Here's my question. Here's my question, though. Like, first of all, and you heard that thing's jaws go goosh. Like, you heard him snap and the jaws. But you know, as men, if he got caught, we have to jump out of the boat and jump on that croc. Gotta hold that croc.
Absolutely
not on Osama bin Laden. He's just too big.
Osama bin Laden would kill all of us.
1,500-pound animal.
He's huge. He's the one that I posted the picture with where he looks dead. And people thought I killed the croc.
He
definitely
was
didn't
so
kill him.
lazy though. That guy.
I'm not worried about him. He's so lazy and slow. He's too fat.
But that
hold on, real quick. So you're saying, and this was a little Costa Rican dude who does this for a living. You're saying if a croc would have grabbed him by the head and dragged him underwater, you jump in the water?
Well, we have to jump on the croc when the croc
you're not doing
land,
shit.
Man.
You're not doing shit.
I'm a leader. You guys.
No. Pablo, no.
You guys.
Pablo, no.
Pablo, hold still. Hold on. You guys, let's go. That's how. Listen to my voice. Watch. You guys, let's go.
You know how many of my boys are jumping in that river with crocodiles?
Klopp better jump in.
0.
Klopp better jump in.
Klopp's for sure. We don't know the guy.
Hey, bro.
He's 5'4".
It's a fellow human being.
I know. I get it. It's part of the game. It's part of the game.
Hey, man.
Hey, greatest croc tour ever if he got eaten alive.
No.
I would have gave that guy the $1,000. I'm like, I will never forget this.
Here's what I do. I jump out. Listen up. I jump out. I scoop under the croc's back legs. I scoop under. I got the croc up
that's
in the air.
easy.
Now, crocs typically will swim.
Like a wheel?
But then
like
again,
the
croc might turn around and grab me now.
Wheel cart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But somebody's got to get on that fucking thing's head, because if he lets go of Pablo and spins around and grabs me, now I'm in trouble, and there's no fighter in the kid.
No. You're getting it twisted here. If you got attacked, I'm jumping in. If
Why?
Jay
Why?
gets
Because your
well,
purse
listen,
strings.
if Jay gets attacked, I'm jumping in. Klopp gets attacked, I'm jumping in. If Austin gets attacked, I'm jumping in. If Jason gets attacked, I'm not jumping in. If Buster's getting attacked, probably not jumping in. But no,
You don't know those
that's the
guys
thing.
well enough.
I don't know him that well. But if the tour guide falls in the water and it grabs his face, hey man, it's kind of what you signed up for.
Hey, bro.
What did you can only do it for so long. You had a great run.
No, listen, hold on. You get behind him. You can choke. I'm like,
You're not choking an
I got his
alligator out.
back leg so he
Crocodile.
can't pull the guy in. You get under, snake your arm, jiu-jitsu choke that thing's neck until it lets go.
Didn't you ask the guy? Said what would happen if you got a hold of the
Yeah,
guy?
he said we make the sign of the cross.
He literally was like, oh, we just make the sign of the cross and
Dude,
it's over.
you're messing with a giant dragon, and you know they're lazy, so they don't really attack big prey, I guess.
Bro, our first day there, that was a long day. You and I landed at 6 a.m. I got about an hour of sleep on the plane.
Yeah, that
Hey,
flight's not
Delta
long
first
enough.
class.
Step
For
it up.
sure, step your game up.
Step it up.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, step it
What
up.
was that bullshit?
It was every bit of coach.
oh my
just in the front of the
God,
plane.
Embarrassing, Delta.
Yeah.
So we land at 6 a.m. We get straight from the plane to the shuttle. Takes an hour and a half to get to Yako. And then we get breakfast and we're off to the races.
Yeah.
Croc tour.
Croc tour.
Fun at night.
Fun at
Dinners.
night. Yep.
I'll tell you one thing, though. I think I'm all set on Crocs. But you know my favorite thing of the trip? Can you name my favorite thing of the trip?
Hold on.
Think about it. This
on.
isn't an easy one.
I know what it was.
What?
I mean, in part, your favorite thing on the trip was those adorable little cows.
Yes!
I knew it.
Give it up.
I knew it.
Dude, what kind of
They're
cows
Brahma.
are they?
They're Brahma cows. They're adorable.
Have you guys ever seen a Brahma cow? Oh my God!
I knew you'd be
they
doing
are
this.
the cutest thing I've ever
I knew you'd
seen.
be thinking about their
noses
adorable
and
noses
ears.
and those big giant doe eyes, and their ears don't go.
man.
They don't stand straight up. They
flop
bend down. They
down.
flop down.
They flop down.
And they have all this soft skin. Think of a Shar-Pei with hooves.
Yeah.
A giant Shar-Pei with
Oh
hooves.
my God, we're on the ATVs.
The
We decided to
babies.
go on
The babies were
ATVs.
adorable.
And the guy's like, "Oh, these fucking cows." I'm like, "Whoa, bro, easy with the cows. Let's hang out with the cows."
You were
I wanted
dying.
to get off and just grab one's
Yep.
nose.
I was looking for a bull.
There was bulls. One almost turned and hit Austin.
Yeah.
Again, I would pay good money to see that. I don't want him to die, but it'd be awesome to see him get rocked by just to mix it up.
Just mix it up.
Just mix a little adventure.
Have
man.
our boy Austin just getting plowed.
I don't want him to die. Maybe a bruise. It'd be a fun story.
Maybe a broken femur bone.
Yeah, he'll get over it.
Oh my God.
Been awesome.
Yeah,
I love those little cows. Do they kill them?
Yeah.
I'm
they-
not eating Brahma.
Well, I think if you were around those cows, they're so cute that you probably would have a hard time
baby
bringing them
Brahma?
to slaughter.
A baby? Should
Yeah.
that be the Fighter Kid mascot? A baby
Baby
Brahma?
Brahma's a good fighter.
We'd
and
have to
kid.
exchange it out every 3 months, though.
A baby Brahma's a great fighter and kid mascot. We just got to find the cutest baby
Do you
Brahma.
even Brahma, bro? I mean, they are so awesome,
Yeah.
man. I love them.
Sacred in India.
Are they?
You see a lot of them. They
They
stop
don't.
traffic.
They don't kill them in India.
No, it's against the Hindu religion.
I'm Hindu now. Guess what?
Hard
Convert
to-
to Hindu just for those
It's
cute
weird to
cows.
revere a cow. Hard to crucify a cow. Anyway.
It was fun. You went home early. You missed a hell of a night, though. The ATVs, though. Again, I went 2 years ago, and it was basically a full day, 6-hour trip. This one was about 2 hours.
Yeah.
And
A little overrated.
we went. I had a lot of
It
fun
was
doing
fun.
it.
That was fun.
Everyone loved it.
Well, I like the mud, and then we went to a little bar, and I saw a woman there who looked normal, but she had the longest arm hair.
Hairiest arms you've
I've
ever
never seen that in my life. It was literally a condition.
It's a condition, right?
I don't know, but hey,
She looked like a werewolf.
I know
but
you're in
just
the middle of the
just her
forest,
arms.
but let's for sure just run those arms over an open stove, and it'll singe all the hair. It's really easy.
She had a thick Ernie and Bert unibrow.
Yeah.
Hairy arms.
Yeah.
But the rest was normal.
Everything was normal. But hey, just go like this. You know how you just put the stove on and then run your forearm over it. It'll just singe the hair off. Please do anything.
Dude,
Wear white
literally,
gloves. Wear white gloves all the way up to the ones that go all the way up
To
to
have
your,
a baby croc chomp your arms off. The thing is when we on the ATVs they take you like all around and we get to this ocean part and there's a family of 5. It's a dad, a mom, and then 3 kids, like an older daughter, then 2 babies. One baby's laying down on like the picnic lane there, and there's a tent behind them. I thought they lived there. And we pulled in, I was like, oh no.
You're always like that. You're like, this is so sad. I want to give them money.
I had $100 and give them $100. You said this, and then also I saw another family. The tour guide told me the same thing. He goes, they're happier than you are, my man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, they're
He goes,
there
they don't
on
need
vacation.
money. They're happier
they
than
have
you
tight
are.
family bonds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Money is not the end all and be all for them. And they had a car and they had plenty to eat and all that stuff. But I like how you're like you bum out.
I was sad.
You have a big heart. People don't realize that.
I was super sad.
You don't like seeing anybody messed up or in pain.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So when I saw those kids, the 3 kids, I was like, God, that must be a beast.
You have the worst temperament for a fighter. You actually
too nice.
I've seen you spar. You don't even like to. You don't really want to hit your sparring partners.
Especially once you get familiar with brain damage.
Yeah.
I'm hoping one of the current events, the new brain damage study. Guessing not. Is it? It is now. Good. With the NFL guys, 96%.
Did you guys go?
Whoa! I'll tell you something about Costa Rica. Tell you what, man. There's a lot of things there, and I go that my favorite place is this taco bar. Could not stop eating there.
It's called the Taco Hut.
Taco Hut, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
But you can't do anything without trying to get jacked off there. I mean, everywhere you go,
yeah.
like,
it's a gauntlet of female hands reaching for your dong.
The mahi tacos, and would you like to get jacked off?
Yeah.
Just the fresh tacos, my man. Yeah.
Well, it's a place I think where a lot of tourists are, and like in certain areas of Thailand, that is an area where ladies of the evening congregate.
I'm not mad at them.
No, but it's so interesting when you look around and you go, wait, I think everybody here is working and trying to hustle.
But it seems like a normal restaurant. Like we had a normal restaurant. Girl comes by, grabs my ass, goes, "Ay, papi."
Yeah.
Well, that's assault.
Yep.
You can't grab my ass. There you can.
Yeah.
There you can.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's interesting.
Gorgeous women, but
a lot of pretty girls. Yeah, but it's just stuff.
You're a dollar bill. Don't kid yourself.
No, yeah.
They're not into you. They're not into your bone structure. They're into your dollar bill.
Yeah, don't be that guy who falls in love with the stripper.
Yeah.
It's a job.
Yeah. But Costa Rica's a good place.
It was fun,
What
man.
did you guys do Saturday?
Dude, Saturday was my favorite day. But granted, I was super sad when you left.
Yeah.
When you left early. But Saturday, we hung around all day. Just like watch football. CSU played.
Okay. So you didn't go ziplining or anything?
We didn't go zipline. It was the funnest time because we chilled, we drank. We all got drunk, chilled in that giant bachelor pad, the 6-bedroom penthouse.
Yep.
Chilled there, drank, went to the pool, and then went to an amazing dinner. This Italian place. Oh no, lunch. Went to this Italian place. Best Italian food I've ever had.
What?
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Damn.
Everyone told us it was good, and I was like, it looks like bullshit. Went there, it was amazing, and then went back to the crib, drank some more, played some games, played some Guitar Hero, got drunk, and then
Are you guys 18?
yeah, right? Yeah, right? It's probably better you left.
It couldn't be more of a college-like time.
I know, man.
I'm 48.
That's what's fun.
That's when I realized how old I was. I was like, I got to get out of here.
You can't chill.
I'm a family man.
Yeah, we like to chill.
Yeah.
But for me, I like to chill because I don't see those guys. So doing activities all the time, you don't really get to talk.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about crocodiles
Yeah.
or hanging off branches or beaches.
You want to connect with your boys.
Yeah, man. I want to catch up and have fun.
Yeah.
So then we went from there. We went to a sushi restaurant.
Yeah, I could have told you that.
Worst food I've ever had. Gotta be honest, not feeling great since I ate that.
Yeah, could have told you that.
No, they told us it's the best restaurant in town.
Yeah.
That's what they told us. Might have been the owner.
I'm always
of the
wary
shop,
of raw fish somewhere where there are a lot of hookers. I'm always like, I just feel like something.
But the the fish tacos were the best I've ever had.
Yeah.
It's not sushi though, is it?
No.
I
I just
could eat
worry
those
that you got
tacos
raw
every day.
fish and then a lot of that.
I didn't feel good after that.
The gonorrhea can get in the air.
I feel you,
into
bro.
your fish.
Yeah, you get herpes on your mahi. But the thing is so we went from there and then went to La Loft, that club place.
Yeah.
And they just hung out there, got bottle service, just chilled there.
It's great.
It was fun, man.
It's good, man.
Everyone stayed up until the sunset.
Really?
Yeah. I got 15 minutes of sleep.
You got no sleep because you had to be. The car picked you up at 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
And you were out.
Took
by
a
8.
beautiful picture, posted to Instagram.
Yes, you did.
Ciao, Costa Rica.
Now,
Now, I never take pictures of landscapes like that, but I was up so early I thought it was
Did
fitting.
you sleep on the plane?
Slept on plane. I got one of those neck things.
Ooh. So you had no
I
problem?
upgraded to first class.
You did?
Again, it wasn't great, man.
No. But
What's wrong with
at
him?
least you got a comfortable chair that you can lean back in and
I
sleep
know.
hard.
I know.
Did you sleep hard?
Slept pretty hard.
Yeah.
Planes are tough, man.
Uh-huh.
Planes are tough. Slept good.
Uh-huh, they are.
Glad to be back in LA.
I was sitting next to a girl, I can't believe I didn't tell you this, who was wailing. She was just crying. And I was like, she was pretty. She's like this pretty girl. And I was like, ooh, must be a boyfriend thing.
Like snot bubbles crying?
No, just like, I understand. Women cry
whimpering.
over things that I don't understand.
Whimpering.
Yeah, and she's like, and I go, you all right, man? You know, and she goes, yeah, I'm leaving Costa Rica because you couldn't make it work. And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, I have to stay by my dog. And I was like, oh, well, what do you mean? She goes, I had a job and the owner ended up wanting to fuck me. And so, you know, it didn't. And now I have to go and I'm going to go to San Francisco. I have $19. I don't even have enough for the train, but I'm going to figure it out. And yeah, but I was like, you're very pretty and you seem very well fed. And I'm not sure how you planned your life here. She's like, and I think I'm going to go there. And, but the guy, and I go, well, just so you know, when you look the way you do, just assume all guys want to fuck you. Like, that shouldn't be a surprise. You're 28.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a surprise.
That guy handing out peanuts wants to fuck you.
Everybody wants to have sex with you. Everybody wants
the
to have
pilot
sex with you. Yes.
Wants to hook up with you.
He hasn't met you. I promise you I can show you a picture. He'd go, yes, of
Here,
course.
take a look at my friend. He wants to fuck you.
That's it.
He's
just,
in Denver.
Just know that. And so, but it was so interesting because there she was crying. And she was like, she had no plan for where she was going. And I was like, why didn't you save
roll
money?
Into San Fran?
Why didn't you save money? And then you could go. And
it might have been a bad situation, bro.
I don't know, man.
Might have been a bad situation.
I couldn't help her.
Maybe she just had to get out of there.
Back in the day, I would have tried to help her. And then here I was
by
like,
help, you mean give her a place to sleep? When you're single?
Hey, listen, listen, come on, listen. My wife gets a little edgy about me bringing chicks home, but come by.
Edgy?
Just to tell her you're a lesbian.
We need a new babysitter.
Yeah, we need a new nanny.
Hey,
honey, here's this new nanny. She's all, I'm just getting her on her feet. That's all. I'm just helping her out. Yeah, no, I felt like I was being hustled a little bit.
Why would she hustle you?
I think I've just been around a long time. Pattern recognition.
Ooh,
brother.
they would get me.
Oh, yeah, you're a softie.
Oh, yeah, I've given her money on the spot.
Yeah.
On the spot.
But women, if you talk to women, they just be like, get the fuck out. You know, they can see through stuff.
That's a bummer.
Some people, my mother-in-law is a banker, and she deals with giving people money all the time. Like, she has to decipher whether or not this person's a loan risk or not. She's got incredible antenna for bullshit.
Well, but don't you think, too, like they become kind of numb to that stuff where to them because it's like, oh, if you fire me, I'm gonna lose my family, lose everything. Yeah, no, I get that. It is tough. You're fired.
Well, the reason that they think
if I
that
go to
way,
fire
though,
someone, they go, no, listen, I have no other option. I was banking on this. I'm like, yeah, okay. But I said, just forget it.
Do you know though that she says things like this? She says, typically, most people or a lot of people like that have a history of that. So it's what got them in this position in the first place. That's not going to be fixed with a loan. It's really interesting. Like they're really cold about it, but there's a lot.
They see more numbers.
Patterns. They see patterns, and they can pick up on that. You know, there's a guy who made $1 billion, and my buddy Joey was asking him how he does it, and he said, I can look in people's eyes, and if they have windows, I lend them money. If they have mirrors, if they're not really seeing me, I don't. And I said, what do you mean? What do you mean? He said, I've gotten very good at picking up on all the little details that show me if somebody is a schlub and if they're responsible or they're not.
Like you said, there's patterns. I went to, years ago, I went to a jail, and, you know, we like took a visitation at jails, me and Klopp.
Yeah. For
this criminology class in college. So we go on this tour, since it was just me and Klopp, and we knew some guy who ran it, he was like, oh, I'm going to give you like the scared straight tour, man. It's going to be awesome. Didn't need that. But so we're walking through general population.
Whoa.
We go see like all the weird psych ward area. Super creepy.
So
he goes, I'm going to take you. We call this the Terror Dome. He goes, you guys just walk down and back. He goes, it's where the whatever strictest inmates are at, the bad ones, just waiting to get on trial.
Yeah.
Walk down, they're just yelling at us. Like, I'll fuck you in the ass, son, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like moving as fast as I can. Me and Klopp, terrified. So at the end of it, they go, oh, we want you to meet an inmate and tell us what you pick up from it. So we sit him down. He's cool, right? And they're like, tell your story, man. How many times you been in here? He's like, this is my 9th time. You know, it's just a complete psycho. Yeah. And they're like, what happened the first time? He's like, man, they caught me with some drugs. And he's like, wasn't mine, though. It was my friends, man. And he's like, okay, what happened the second time? He's like, again, dog, drugs. I was dating this girl. She gave me drugs. I had my car. I get pulled over by the cops. They find the drugs. I'm back in here. And the cop's like, oh, so was it yours? He's like, both times, dog. And he's like, well, what happened this last time? He's like, bro, I fucking get pulled over again by the cops. I got drugs in my socks. Someone blackmailed me, man. Someone put drugs in my socks.
Yeah.
I'm back here.
Yeah.
But the way he was telling the story, it was way more elegant than that and way
Yeah.
more sophisticated. The way he was telling it, I felt bad for him. I
Yeah.
was like, damn, this dude's been fucked over.
Right.
So he gets up and leaves, and the cop's like, what's the one thing you take away from that? I'm like, he's been screwed, man. He's like, no. It's never his fault.
Yes.
It's always someone. He's always putting the
Yes.
blame. He's always getting caught.
Well-
but he's always putting the blame on something else. He's like, he's a compulsive liar.
Of course.
Yeah.
I went to, how about this? I was, it was probably when I was 30. And I've always had this feeling that, I think it was after I did the show Oz on HBO. And I spent a lot of time.
Where'd they film that?
In the old Nabisco factory on which is now Chelsea Market. And one of my favorite
Where's
places
that
to
at?
go on 16th Street and 9th Avenue. And we were on the 7th floor, and they invented the Oreo in that building. And so
That place should be a national shrine.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
A double stuffed Oreo?
That
What?
was the set of Oz, and I met a bunch of guys who'd actually been in Rikers and jail. And I've always, ever since I was a kid, I've always kind of felt for people in jail because I want to help them when they get out. Like I think the greatest tragedy is a kid who comes through the foster system, never had a chance, and then ends up in jail for 1,000 reasons. And I've always kind of, maybe it's the same feeling I have when a fighter's broke. I hate seeing it. It's the same thing with like inmates. When they come out of jail, they never had anything, and now they can't get a job, they can't do anything, and then they end up back in. So I said, I want to make a difference. I'm tired of thinking about this. I want to help people. And I went to this guy. I read this article in the New York Times, this guy who rehabilitates prisoners. And I go to his his company. It was like this big thing with where they kind of help. And I said, look, I want to teach him, reading and writing. And I had a plan. And he looked at me and he goes like this. He said, do you know? He said, young man, he said, I've been in this a long time. And he was an old guy, this old, wonderful sort of Jewish guy with a giant heart. And he was like, he said, young man, I admire your idealism. He said, but I'm talking about people who don't even know how to read. They don't know their ABCs. They don't have shoes. There are basics we have to take care of. And you're talking about a mountain. This is not, you're thinking, let's get them into this and get them into this. And they don't even have tools. A lot of them.
They can't get started.
Or they're just really unhealthy. They have major substance abuse problems. They have major mental health problems.
This dude's addicted to crack and trying to teach him about
1,000
fucking
things.
Vietnam.
Yeah, man. And I remember walking out of there saying, I can't make a difference. There's nothing I
Were
can
you sad?
do. Yeah.
Don't you
I'm
think that's
always
most
sad.
of the time?
Yeah, I mean, the hardest thing about life is realizing that, when it comes to corruption, let me drop a knowledge right now. I mean, I was thinking about
knowledge?
Let me drop some knowledge. Now it's time for this is a really interesting statistic. Speaking of problems that can't be solved, this campaign's coming up, and there is you hear a lot of people saying my vote doesn't matter. There's no difference between the Republican and Democratic Party, and they're right to an extent, because special interests have hijacked our government. Let me give you a stat that is amazing. Half of all money that's gone to campaigns, to candidates, half of the money that's gone to all the candidates came from just 400 families in this country.
Dang.
Now think about that. Like people like the Waltons who own Walmart and stuff. They are the ones who call the shots. They are the ones through their political action committees, these committees that can give unlimited funds. They are the ones that are essentially hiring representatives. So none of us really have a say.
But they're only given funds if you go along with what they believe, right? There's an agenda.
That's right.
There's
of
an
course.
agenda. Why
of course. You're
like if you stand up,
they
against
got you
them,
elected.
Yes.
And if you betray them, Jack Abramoff, who was a Republican fundraiser, would say to guys, he'd say to a congressman, he'd say, what are you doing after? What are you doing what are your plans when you're out of government? Well, I don't know. And he says, I want you to look me up. That's all he would say. No money was exchanged. He'd just walk out. I want you to look me up. Because remember, when you're a congressman, you go and become a lobbyist, and you make how much? 1,000% more in your money. You become a lobbyist.
So this dude came in and said, Google me, bitch.
Right. And so all of a sudden he owned that congressman. Money the elite in this country, the people with the deepest pockets, are calling the shots, and we are losing our republic as a result. Think about that. That's an oligarchy. When you have 400 families that are giving half the money to all the candidates, what does that tell you about that? Well, those families have all the power. That is the biggest threat to our democracy. And so campaign finance reform, how we finance people in government, is the most important and crucial issue for any of us today.
I saw a stat and it was saying just to run for president, the amount of millions, it's something like 40 million or something. Just to get started.
Yes.
You have to have a certain amount of money.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Or you won't even be considered.
Yeah. And there's a Harvard professor called Lawrence Lessig who wrote a book called Republic Lost. You should all read it. And he basically is running for government. Check this out. He's running for president. You have to get 1% of the vote to get on the debate panel.
Just 1%?
And he's already proved he has that. Nobody will return his phone calls. They don't want him on there and he's the guy who's saying, everybody, all your issues, energy issues, everything, it all starts here. Democracy starts with how money plays a role in politics. You got to have campaign finance reform. That's how you solve this problem, all these problems.
But everyone's sucking off the teat, and they're like, whoa, you're not coming here throwing a wrench into this.
Exactly.
Beat it, nerd.
Exactly. Beat it, nerd.
That's
is
everything, though, right?
Yeah.
Anyone goes against the grain while other people are benefiting, you're in trouble. Sports.
It's
Major League Sports.
Yes, but that's what happens when you get a monopoly, when you get an economy of influence. You've seen it. You've lived it in your sport. It's always, you've got to figure out a way to check that kind of power. The wealthy are running this country, man. And I am a free market guy. I am a libertarian who believes in everybody should have a voice. But this is the biggest and most dangerous issue, and nobody's talking about it enough. It's not about immigration and stuff like that. It's about how campaigns are financed. 400 families, that's what they have in Mexico and Pakistan and places. And we are becoming one of those countries.
Did you watch the Republican debate?
A little bit of it.
It was interesting.
Yeah, I find that to be very soundbitey, and I'd rather read about it.
The only one, and listen, I don't agree with a million things he says, but he makes it funner. It's Donald Trump. He makes it fun to watch. He gets the clicks.
Yeah.
He's a smart dude.
Yeah. Well, the things I like about Donald Trump, I don't like his immigration policy.
No, well, he doesn't know
I find it offensive.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He just does. He's a businessman.
He's a blowhard. But I do appreciate that he's run a business, and I do appreciate the fact that he's got his kids are doing well. His kids are not spoiled. He's a good family man.
Kids aren't spoiled.
No, he's a good family man. His kids work their ass off. They graduate from good colleges.
Yeah. When your dad has $6 billion,
that can ruin a lot of kids.
You'll be just fine.
That'll ruin a lot of kids.
You'll be just fine. Not a care in the world.
Wealth can ruin you.
For sure.
Yeah. But having said all that, I mean, you've got to know. There's a great saying by Thoreau. You might have heard me saying.
Preach.
Thoreau said, "I see men everywhere hacking at the branches of evil, while none are striking at the root."
Yeah.
And so you need to know what the root cause of all these problems are, and that is money and politics.
Did anyone watch the Academy Awards? Lowest rating ever.
Emmy, you mean? The Emmys?
Emmys.
I saw some of it.
Lowest ratings ever for an Emmy.
Why?
Because they're boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, let's give an award to the production team from Games of Thrones. Come on down. It's like, I don't know them.
Yeah.
There's no performances. There's just, hey, here's an Emmy for the cast of whatever it is, but we've never heard of them. We've never seen them. They get up and give these speeches.
Yeah.
I watched all of them. Like, God, yeah.
Boy, Frances McDormand, she was so serious in her speech.
So all of them. I mean, it's
like, whoa.
It's not fun. Lowest ever. Yeah, no shit, man. It's
Yeah.
boring as fuck.
Here's a secret for you. Ready? A lot of actors like just to hang out with them. Super boring.
Super boring.
Including really famous ones.
Oh, yeah.
The exception to that, from my experience, is Bradley Cooper is a blast.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of actors that
Piven's fun.
Piven's fun. But there are a lot of actors, if they're serious, if they're dramatic actors, they can be a fucking snooze.
Snooze fest?
Oh, yeah. Real snooze.
I could have told you those were going to be boring, though. I mean, what can you do? No shit, they're going to be boring. You know what else I did on this is Saturday night in Costa Rica? I watched Bellator.
Ooh.
They had it on all the TVs.
You don't say.
They had Bellator kickboxing.
You were very famous in Costa Rica, by the way. A lot of people were stopping their cars asking you if you were Brendan Schaub. You Brendan Schaub? You're like, yeah, man. They like you.
Yeah,
wait. So who fought in Bellator?
Well, it was the night of Phil Davis. It was the light heavyweight tournament.
How did Phil do?
Dude, he looked amazing.
Really?
Emmanuel Newton, he submitted in the first, because they fought all in the same night.
Yeah.
So he submitted Emmanuel Newton in the first round.
Wow.
With a Chimera. Amazing. And then the second fight, he knocked out Francis Carmont.
Hold on. He fought 2 fights?
In the same night.
One was just submission and the other was...
No. Well,
I'm sorry. I don't know how this works.
So it's a tournament of mixed martial arts.
Ooh.
So...
blood sport style.
Yes. So you have to fight more than once in a night. So it's just twice in the night to be the champ.
Whoa.
So he fought Emmanuel Newton. And so you want to get in and out, right?
Yes.
You don't want to go to decision.
No.
Every other fight went to decision. The other guy's fighting all went to
But you
decision.
fight for a living. That's an eternity to have to fight 2 fights in a night.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah. It's nuts though, right? I mean.
Depends how it goes.
Yeah.
Like for Phil, his first one he had to take a hit, took the guy down, Chimera. And then the second fight knocked out Francis Carmont. And now he won the tournament, so now he gets a shot at Liam. I forget his last name.
When you say Chimera, do you mean Kimura?
Chimera, yeah.
Kimura?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking of
it.
coffee.
Yeah.
But yeah, he looked amazing, man. The thing with Phil is, man, you got to understand what Phil Davis did here. Phil's a guy in his prime. He's beat Lyoto Machida, Glover Teixeira, Alexander Gustafsson. He's beat even more guys than that. Machida,
yeah.
a ton of guys.
Yeah.
Bader. He's beat everyone, right? Yeah. He's in his prime. Goes the UFC offers him contract. Goes, you know what? I'm gonna test the waters and go to Bellator because this Reebok deal's so shitty.
Gutsy.
He bounces, signs with Bellator. And remember, he's the first one. He really is.
Yes.
You can say whatever you want about these other guys. Tito did it. No. Phil's in his prime.
Yeah.
He could
He
make the run at the light heavyweight title, but decide to leave. He's basically the Rosa Parks of the UFC. Straight up. He's the Rosa Parks.
I love it.
So he leaves and and me and him were talking. He goes, bro, I'm so nervous, man. I go, don't be nervous. You're a pioneer, man. This is going to work out because it's who you are.
Yes.
So
he's about the nicest guy. I only met him
He's amazing.
once.
He's amazing.
God, is he
he's
cool
a good
guy.
dude. So he leaves, and then to see him just do work over there. I mean, I tweeted at him, and I don't, I never tweet Bellator shit, but I tweeted at him. I was like, amazing, man, fucking amazing. Think about all the pressure on that guy.
Yeah.
He's young, good looking, so many sponsors.
Amazing.
Now he's fighting for the world title now.
Damn.
I think next year.
Damn.
And he'll
he's
he'll
got a lot of
destroy those
sponsors.
guys.
Yeah.
He'll destroy those guys.
Yeah.
And you call it what you want, but he went from fighting a world class talent to Bellator, where he's fighting B level, C level talent, and he's just murking.
Did he
dudes.
fight at 205 or 85?
205, and he's just murking guys and making bank.
That's beautiful.
What a great story, man!
That's a great story.
So now, what's good is the best thing for a fighter is competition. As far as UFC, Bellator, well, Bellator signed Fedor. So now you're getting these big names. You got Phil Davis.
Yeah.
Phil Davis is more marketable than any light heavyweight they have.
Yep.
The UFC has. Because he's a good
Can you
dude.
look up how old Fedor is? Are we going to see an old, beat up Fedor? Or are we going to see? We don't know.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, how old is he? I wonder what that
He's
fight's
not
gonna be
young.
like. Is he 36? 37?
No, he's old. He's probably 38.
Yeah, 38.
38.
Wow.
He hasn't fought in 3 years.
Okay.
It's Fedor, man. What's your fucking mouth?
He's looking good too, isn't he? Big.
Well, we don't know. We've never seen him fight.
Yeah.
But he's fighting in Japan.
Either way,
That's a little
though. Either
disappointing. Either
way.
way. Quit hating
Either
on
way.
him. Either way.
I'm not hating
Either
on
way, it's what Bellator did is amazing. I thought the kickboxing and the MMA was a little gimmicky, but
Yeah.
overall it looked good.
I'm excited.
Good for Phil, man. Think about that pressure. It's a beast, man. You got to root for guys like that.
You got to root for guys like that when they take a chance, and in this sport when they go
and
wrong.
he came out when we didn't know what the hell was going on, right?
Yeah.
Like guys do it now. It's like, yeah, I get it. This Reebok deal's fucking terrible. So you're gonna transfer, but it's good, man. He's setting the tone for guys. Good for him. How about they showed in Costa Rica though?
Yeah.
That's what was cool.
Well, they had MMA on a lot of those TV shows.
Yeah.
You'd see a lot of it. How's my hair doing?
You know what? I people talk about it too on our comments. You touch your hair so much. I think you're the reason why it's getting thinner.
People
don't
say
stop
I
touching
touch
it.
my hair a lot when I'm on stage too.
You touch it nonstop you don't realize it, huh? You touch
No.
it nonstop and pull at it.
Yeah,
And
that's
you also
probably what
groom
it
your
is.
beard.
I need to groom my beard?
No, you're constantly doing this to your beard too.
Yeah. Maybe I like the feeling of hair on my hands. That's why I like my women super hairy with big dicks.
Well, the thing is with your hair though, I think as you keep grabbing at it, I think
Yeah.
I think you're
Hey, where'd you get your hair degree, huh, bro?
Well, look at my hair. Look at yours.
Hey, fuck off, okay?
I don't touch my hair.
That's
every
called
day.
age. Oh, I hope you go.
Well, you just keep grabbing it
You
like
know what?
this.
Can I
You
be
don't
honest
think that's weird?
I was looking at Jay and I was like, maybe Brendan will have a little hair loss situation.
You wish.
One year, all of a sudden, just starts falling
Just
out.
goes away.
Huh? And the doctor's like, sorry, you'll look fine.
I'll wear a wig,
fine.
bro.
My mother, in all seriousness, looks at me and says, just wear a wig.
I'm with your mom.
And I go, what do you, I get so mad.
Liberace wore
I'm
one.
getting mad talking about it. I go, what do you mean by that? Explain to me why I would wear a wig. How would I get? She goes, just wear a wig. I mean, you're in show business. So just walk around with a wig. Do you think maybe people would go, Bryan Callen's wearing a wig? Do you think they'd say that? She goes, who cares
Not if
what
it's a
people
good
say?
one.
Well, I care about what people say, which is why I'm worried about my hair in the first fucking place. And here's the other thing that bothers me about my mother. So instead of calling it a suntan, she'll say, careful you don't scrub your skin too much. You'll lose your sunburn.
That's
It's
weird.
a suntan. Why don't you say tan? Hey, I see you've gotten
Well,
a nice
technically,
sunburn.
it is burning
It's
your
a
sun.
Tan.
Burning your skin.
I just don't like when people make up their own words.
But you've been taking Propecia. It seems to be working.
Yeah, a little thicker, right? Popping one of those pills. Creatine and my Propecia every day. My Dolce Whey and my goddamn krill oil. I'm looking fucking good.
You're looking
I got
good.
a lot of energy.
You have a ton of
I'll
energy.
tell you something else.
When you left
I might admit something else.
What?
I like to smoke a little weed before I go to bed sometimes.
Did you started smoking weed?
I do that vapor pen. I've never been a weed
Me and
smoker.
Rogan told you to do it
and
before
I
bed.
sleep good and hard. I don't
That
budge,
stuff will knock you
and
out.
I need less sleep.
And you don't.
I'm
and
not
since-
advocating
since
drug use,
me neither.
kids.
Since it's vapor, well, we've seen all the health benefits from it, but I don't advocate either. But since it's vapor, you don't wake up like groggy or
Ooh,
anything.
man,
right?
I feel good.
I know it's weird.
God
you
damn
look
it.
better.
Couldn't feel better. Could not feel better. I don't sleep well. Hey, I don't know if you noticed. I grind the shit out of my teeth.
Do you?
Oh, my dentist was like, you gotta have a mouthpiece.
Yeah,
you
with
grind your
mouthpiece.
teeth. I'm the twister and the
cricket.
flipper.
You-
I'll just moving around in my sleep all the time. I'm a very restless sleeper, but this stuff, I'm down for the count. I'm dead to the world.
Did your wife do it too?
Wake up refreshed. Nope, I sneak it behind her back.
Why?
She doesn't
you don't want her.
approve.
She's gonna hear now. She doesn't approve.
No,
You just gotta educate
she
her.
doesn't like when she does.
You just gotta educate her.
Yeah. You know what I say to her when I'm late?
Shut the fuck
When I
up.
come in late. Hey, man.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't say
That's
shut
what
the
I'd say to
fuck
her.
up.
That's what I'd
Jesus
say.
Christ. Whatever, domestic abuser.
That's what I'd say to her.
No, I'm saying that to my wife. That doesn't work in a marriage. But like if I'm late, if I come in at 3 a.m. because I've been playing grab ass in a parking lot with the likes of Chris D'Elia and Will Sasso
Yeah.
et al. That's not an excuse because she wants me up with the kids. I'll be like, listen, I smoked some weed. I couldn't get behind the car. I was too high, which is not true, which I didn't do.
So you're
And
lying.
I go, I had to wait till we were off. She's like, oh, gross. Why do you smoke weed? Well, you're not a weed person.
Dude, I've seen your wife smoke cigarettes though.
Oh, yeah.
Way worse for you.
When she gets a little drunk, she'll smoke a couple cigarettes.
It's a couple
And
fags.
I
They call them fags.
in England, yes. And I silently judge her, and it'll ruin the next 2 days.
Well, her breath must smell like a pure grave of.
Yeah, I'm not big on cigarettes.
Oh, is there any
cigarette
worse
breath.
than cigarette breath?
Especially the next morning.
I'd rather someone have shit breath than cigarette breath.
Yeah.
If I had to pick,
Cigarettes are a problem for me. Yeah. She doesn't smoke, but she'll do it.
No.
You know, she's one of those recreational, like, I drink, I'm out with the girls.
some
Let's
girls
have
are
a
like
cigarette.
that.
Yeah.
They have a couple drinks and all of a sudden they're smoking cigarettes.
She'll look at me all
and-
guilty. She's like, I'm just going to have one cigarette. I'm like, all right, go ahead. I'll raise our kids when you die.
So weird.
I say shit like that to her. I'm like, oh, cool. Cancer's good. I'll raise the kids. Don't worry. I'll get another girl.
I'll tell you what I'm taking flack for is when I guarantee the Chiefs are going to beat the Broncos.
Oh, hey, man. I was going to put money down. You were I don't know anything about football. I was like, all right. Meanwhile,
Hey, man.
I forgot it's Peyton
Chiefs
Manning.
should have won that game. No, it's
Yeah.
not even. Chiefs should have won the game. It's so many turnovers.
Cool, man.
I know it
Cool,
sucks,
bro.
right? It sucks.
I mean, you were.
And what's weird is I'm from Denver. I hate the Chiefs.
I know.
I never root for the Chiefs. I just watched the Broncos play that first week. I was like, God, they fucking suck. They still suck.
Yeah.
I still don't think they're going to do very well, which, I'm from Denver. I root for them, but
Right.
their defense is ridiculous. Their offense is atrocious.
Crazy.
But what can you do, man?
What can you do? That Costa Rica trip got me thinking about our next trip.
Really?
We're gonna do the
You already
south of
think about
France.
the next trip?
Yeah, we're going to do the south of France.
Yeah?
Yeah. We're going to do Italy.
How
and
long
the
a
south
flight
of
is that,
France.
bro?
Well, here's what I will guarantee you. We're going to fly to Paris, and my boy with lots of money is going to pick us up in his private jet. How's that sound? Yeah, when you're friends with me and you have rich friends, you live that way. Okay?
Man, I've been friends with you for a very long time. I've never seen you fly a private.
Well, that's because
This is a lie.
Because I'm a liar
This
and I
is
don't have
never
money.
gonna
But
happen.
my buddy did buy a plane.
Okay, that's not happening. Should we go to current events?
By the way, it's so true because I can't guarantee any of that. Ah, shit.
Current events.
Damn it! Found out on air. Hey, real quick. I like a lot of people were worried about us our last fight.
Oh, really?
We were talking about.
I haven't been looking at the comments.
And I had to
People are
explain
worried?
to people. I'm like, listen, man, that's how he and I really talk, and that's how friends should talk. Never worry about. People are like, oh man, you sound like you're really mad at each other. No, we weren't mad at each other. We're just having an honest conversation.
You have to have those honest conversations.
It's great.
We can't fuck around all the time.
If you want to
be funny all the time.
If you want to be good and you have a business and you want to keep growing at something, you have to have honest conversations all the fucking time and always readjust.
It can't be smoke and mirrors.
Keep readjusting your approach.
No, yeah, I agree.
And don't be happy with what you got.
People are worried, huh?
Yeah, but whatever.
Yeah, they don't know how we work. You can't be funny all the time. Sometimes you have serious conversations.
Yeah.
The only reason we get frustrated is because we both want the same thing for this
Yes.
thing to keep on keeping
Yes.
on. If one of us didn't want that, then we're screwed.
That's right.
Boom.
I crashed twice on that ATV.
It was very frustrating. You looked
got
every bit
stuck.
of 48
I got
on that
stuck
ATV.
in it. I got
no
stuck
one
in
else
a
got
pu-
stuck. Brian, going downhill, mud, tree to the left. Brian, boom, hits the tree.
Into a tree.
I'm like, God damn it.
The guy had to pull my bike. I'm like, sorry. Oh, I've never ridden one.
And then the other time, yeah, I know. It's pretty
And then,
basic.
I, and then I
Go,
get
stop.
stuck in the hole.
Then we're
I
going
go
through the
a
mud.
puddle.
He goes so slow. But this is Brian. Before we're going, he goes, bro, I got a friend. Number one way kids break their necks, ATVs. I went, there's a lot of young kids on ATVs? Yeah. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Not true.
Another one of my stats.
Not true.
Another
Kids
one of
aren't
my
breaking their
stats.
necks on ATVs. So I could tell he's going to be real cautious. Some fucking reason I get behind him. The guy goes, make sure when you go through the mud, we're talking deep mud waters. He goes, make sure you floor it so you get all the way through. Here's 50-year-old Brian. Stuck.
I almost fell over.
Stuck.
Klopp almost ran into me. Klopp
Yeah.
he got stuck too. He goes, whoa.
Stuck.
He's behind me. He's all fucking wet.
Poor tour guide gets out, has to drag you
Oh,
out.
wet
I
as
was
shit.
frustrated. I was super frustrated.
Meanwhile, my wife was like, be careful of the mud. It's got parasites in it. I was like, I grew up over the seas.
I had mud in my mouth.
There's no
I had
parasite.
mud in my mouth.
I
in my
laugh
teeth.
at parasites.
Me too.
Whatever.
So what?
So
It's
what?
Costa
That's right.
Rica.
Fuck that. Fuck
Go
off.
parasites, little STDs, whatever.
Yeah.
What do you got, Evan?
Condom schmondom.
Got him schmondom.
Take a pill.
Stay away from the sushi, though.
Yeah. Don't eat sushi.
All right, just jump into current events. Was there anything else that you wanted to add on the Fedor thing? Because he's not signed with Bellator. He's signed to do to fight New Year's Eve in Japan for a new organization that's being formed by the guy who ran Pride.
In partners with Bellator.
Correct.
And so he is fighting for Bellator. And it will be broadcast on Spike
Yes.
from Bellator.
I don't know about that.
No, it is.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
All right.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Pretty sure. All right.
So, but he's not on Bellator's roster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In any case, he's fighting in Japan New Year's Eve. Classic Fedor stuff.
On
How do you
Spike.
feel about it?
It's kind of another cop-out, right? It's like, hey, Fedor, sign with the UFC, man. Like, Fedor, hey, man, you want to compete against the best? Sign with the UFC. But this is one of the repercussions you get with the UFC and this Reebok deal. You're going to tell Fedor, who has 0 fights with the UFC, you're getting paid $2,500 in sponsorships?
Get the fuck out of here. What?
I mean, I guess you could sign into one of those exclusive deals in Russia, Reebok Russia. I don't think
You'd
it's going
have
to go.
to.
I don't think it's going to go over well. But so I think the limitations on him in sponsorship is probably a big reason why he didn't sign with the UFC. Not to mention he's getting thrown to the wolves. You got to remember that too.
Yeah. Could he fight 205?
I mean, if he had the proper diet, he would have been a 205er his entire career.
Probably,
Yeah,
right.
he was like 230. Yeah, for sure. One of the greatest heavyweights of all time, so it doesn't really matter.
Certainly was.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the best thing he could have done is if he would have straight up signed with Bellator and fought the Bellator competition. But
Do you believe right now Cain Velasquez and someone like that would just make mincemeat of him?
I don't know. I don't know what kind of Fedor we're looking at.
Yeah.
It's tough to tell.
Right.
I don't think Cain will ever be the same.
Really?
No. We'll
Really?
see.
Just because of that loss?
That loss, couple of reasons.
Yeah. Oh, and also those wars he had.
Those wars with Junior Dos Santos.
I feel like he didn't take much punishment, but he did.
5 rounds of that, man. I don't know.
He's injured a lot.
Injured all the time. Another sure tail sign of things are going downhill. Phenomenal fighter, though. Phenomenal champion. One of the best ever, too.
No doubt.
Cain's right up there with Fedor.
No question.
Right up there with Fedor.
No question. Complete badass. All right.
All right, next current event. We'll jump to the football, the concussion study that just came out. It was for Frontline, for PBS's Frontline program, and they found that 87 of 91 NFL players tested showed signs of CTE, which is chronic traumatic
encephalitis.
Yeah, basically.
Well, this is my only thing knock on that. I agree. I'm sure every football player, wait till the MMA statistics come out in a couple of years, but I think every football player is going to suffer a little brain trauma, but to what extent?
Right.
Like, I forget my
Those
keys.
stats are
I forget my
very
keys
tricky.
every now and then, but I'm not waking up in my sleep convulsing.
I just wonder how it's a hard thing to measure and quantify. So if everybody has some brain damage when you drink, you're creating brain damage typically. I mean, so this would be.
I disagree. I don't think everyone has brain damage to compare it to a professional football player.
Well, what I'm
for
saying is,
multiple years.
what I'm saying is that I wonder how you would measure. For example, not all football players, as they get older, not all of them. I don't think 96% of all football players as they get older have problems, cognitive problems. I don't think.
It's not saying that. It's saying they have brain damage.
Right.
But because this is what
for me, brain damage means how is it going to affect your life
So
day to
listen,
day
B,
and
so
later
listen.
on.
I talked to and a lot of my buddies go to Vegas, get their brains scanned, and they do it over years. And they said certain people's brains deal with the trauma different. Some it's at the frontal lobe where it affects their motor skills. A lot of it's their cognitive. So it depends what area your brain's weakest in.
Wow.
So they might have trouble, but they don't forget things. But maybe they're not as quick doing certain stuff. Other people it affects them where they wake up, they don't know where they're at. So it just depends. Some people are super depressed. It affects part of their brain where they get really depressed.
Yeah.
Some get more addicted to drugs. It just depends. So the
Some
study,
are more impulsive or whatever.
the study that I saw, it affects everyone's brains completely different. Like we think you get punched. Let's say I get knocked out, you get knocked out. You might wake up and you're going to be just fine. I might wake up and all of a sudden, have a stutter. It just depends what area your brain's affected from it. So I 100% believe that study.
Wow.
But to what extent? That's the only thing. Like I'd like a degree of like 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Like a 1, you're going to be fine, but your brain did, it looks fucking black. It looks like an old piece of cheese.
I'd also like to know how they look at brain damage. Like, how do you know when a brain is damaged? Like, what does that mean?
They can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah.
Because the brain shrinks, right? Like some people get there. There's actually a like where the brain.
Some of it
was.
shrinks and a lot of it is discolored. A lot of it's discolored when it gets knocked around.
Fuck.
It's
From
interesting
bleeding
though,
and
right?
stuff. Yeah.
But hey, to that study, no shit.
Well, Klopp said
shit.
something else. Where they did, if you took the helmets off, it'd be safer. Okay, maybe, but it'd be a different game. It's not football anymore.
Klopp didn't say that.
No, he said.
Rogan said that.
No, but Klopp playing. He said yes, maybe that's the case. If that he said, but it's also if you took the helmets off, it wouldn't be football anymore.
Well, you can't take the helmets off, you
Right.
idiots. You can't take the helmets off.
Right.
It's a stupid game.
It's football.
Yes.
Yes. And football is going to have, it's a contact sport.
what you sign up
and
for.
we all love watching it.
What you sign up
Yeah.
for.
I'm back to watching football.
Oh, I love football.
Yeah.
Could not get enough yesterday.
It's a beautiful
Fell
game.
asleep, but could not get enough
It is a
yesterday.
beautiful game.
Yeah, it's the best.
Game of inches. All right.
What else you got, Ev?
Apple is getting, excuse me. Apple's getting into the automotive industry. They are planning on having Apple cars shipping by 2019.
Damn.
So they're basically turning your iPhone into a car.
Might be a mistake. They're stepping out of what they do best. Then again.
Does Apple do anything bad?
By the way, how about Apple? That's a good example. They sit in that boardroom and they go, well, this is nice, but we need to keep growing. Let's keep
for sure.
going. What else do we have to do?
For
That's
sure.
that's excellence.
Um,
I'll buy one.
I guess it's gonna. I for sure as fuck won't buy one. I don't like electric cars because I'm a man. I don't like Teslas or BMW i8s.
Come on, dude.
I want the rev of the engine.
man, come
Real
on.
quick, I'm a man. I don't want to drive a fucking video game.
Oh, come on.
No.
Man.
I'm a grown man. I'm not going to drive an electric car.
Hey, man, the BMW concept car is like, 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds.
I don't care.
Hey, man.
It's just like it's
No-
just like
no
a video
noise,
game.
bro.
I know, no noise. That bothers
No
me.
noise, and we
I
can
like
just,
the rev of an
we
engine.
can put some sound suppressors on our guns and just start fucking mowing motherfuckers down.
Take your
at
Teslas and go
light
to
speed.
Lululemon and shove it. I'm not buying a fucking Apple car. Okay, I'm not buying an Apple car.
You haven't even seen him, bro.
I don't care if it's the coolest looking car ever.
You don't want a little
I don't
Apple
want
on
an electric car.
You don't want a little Apple on your little Apple logo on the hood of your car?
It's so lame. Just
Aw,
a white Apple
little Macintosh.
car. Oh. I mean, I like what they're doing, but
Yeah.
Apple's,
Who needs a laptop when you've got a whole car, a laptop with wheels?
if texting driving's not dangerous enough, your entire car's a cell phone now.
That's right.
101 ways to get distracted and kill people.
My iCar, everybody. Hop into my iCar.
Just when you think America could get any softer, we're building an Apple car.
Dov Davidoff said a Prius when I bought a Prius. He goes, they should call that "I won't punch you back no matter what you do to me" car.
It's true. Those things are a bummer.
But
Trust
when
me,
I
have
drove one, people were so nice to me. Cops would pull me over, and I'd be like, "Officer, I blame Toyota. I had it in power mode. I'll put it back to eco mode." And they'd start laughing, and they'd take it off.
I'll tell you what, man. When I'm in my Porsche, and I like to need to get over whatever.
They don't
People
let you.
no, they definitely let me.
Really?
Right away. In a Prius, nope. No respect.
No respect.
No
None.
respect.
I get cut off by vans.
People park next to you, right next to you in the Prius.
Yeah.
Porsche, people give me distance, man. Big
Yeah.
difference.
Yeah.
You get respect, which
You're
is
rich.
weird.
You're rich.
It's weird though, isn't it?
Maybe I'll get one.
Or what?
A Porsche.
It's not for you, man.
All right.
I don't know what's for you. You know what? Look at me. Cars aren't for you.
Hey, what about a Tesla?
No, man. You've been talking about it for 3 years.
My buddy said,
Hey, look at me. It's never gonna happen.
I'm getting one.
You're not getting one.
Listen, I have
You
12 more months
You
on
know
my
my
lease.
buddies were talking about this. At the end of the day, you're a little cheap. Like with the ATVs, it's basically 4 hours, include food, everything. It's $100. Calvin goes, $100, man. That's not cheap. I was like,
Well, no, I was just saying it for other people because I don't know how much people have, so I always worry about that. So I always feel like I have to pay for everybody. That's
no,
why I
it
always.
was fine.
That's why you're
no
always.
no one has
you-
to pay for the penthouse. Nothing.
But you know how you're
$100.
You know how you're always alligator arms at Scopa, like you know
Oh,
how you're out. You
bullshit.
know how I just see
Oh,
wrists and hands,
bullshit.
and how I'm always dipping in my
Who
pocket.
bought the dinners out in Costa Rica?
You stepped up.
Yeah,
for the
man.
first time you stepped up, and
for
I'm proud
the
of you.
first time, bullshit.
But for the most part,
Calvin's the guy
for
on
the most
Costa
part,
Rica
you're
trip.
not an alligator.
$100. He complains. Bottle of wine, he'll spend $300-$400.
I know, I'm the worst.
It's so his spending is so weird.
I'm terrible.
Clothes, it's tough.
My friend's a stylist one time, and he goes, "Oh, you don't like clothes." He gave up on me. I was like, "What?" He goes, "You don't like clothes."
It's tough.
Stick to sneakers.
I'm kind of
and
with that
t-shirts.
stylist. Yeah, it's tough. You're just not into it.
I'm not into car. But you know what somebody said to me? A fan or a guy was like came up and he's like, "Hey," and he said, "You drive a Passat?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "You should drive something better for your fans, dude." I swear. He goes, "It's a bummer to see you drive off in that car."
It's a bummer.
Like his feelings were hurt.
I had a
I was
conversation.
like, I'm not that famous.
I had a conversation with Ben Bruno, who's when he first got here, he was working for this company. They weren't paying him very well. He decided to go on his own. He's doing house calls to huge celebrities, like A-list celebrities. He's their trainer. He had this piece of shit like Geo Metro.
Yeah.
I go, "Bro, do you have money?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm making really good money." I go, "You have to get a different car."
You have to.
He goes, "Why?" I go, "It's embarrassing, man." And I go, when you're pulling up there, you don't, it's the world we live in. I'm not saying I approve it, but the world we live in, when you're pulling up to Bel Air and you're pulling up
People
to
will make a
Ben
judgment.
Affleck's
They make a
house,
judgment.
you're pulling up to Chelsea Handler's house or Matt Damon's house, and you're in this, and you say you're this world-renowned trainer, it just does, it's not the presentation I want. Like when people go,
You want your car to look like your body, sort of, right?
you just want to, you want it to represent
Yeah.
you a little bit. Like people always go, "I'm not into clothes." No, I get that. But if I'm hiring you and
Be
you
clean and neat.
well, and you don't have the time to invest in what you're gonna wear, you can't work for me, man.
Well, it's also like when you see somebody who's very, very fat, or they're just really
talked about
sloppy and out of
this.
shape. It's the same idea. You're having trouble managing your own biology.
Well, if you don't give a fuck about your looks,
Yeah.
you're not gonna care about the business.
Somebody was talking about this. I was with a bunch of Wall Street guys, and my buddy and I were there, Jimmy Burke, and these guys were talking about how global warming is a big hoax, and also they were like, there's fucking pollution, and the EPA, and they were talking about, they were very anti-environment. They were talking we should have as many ATVs as we can in Yellowstone National Park, even though it is the smog situation in Yellowstone National Park is so bad, and the noise from the ATVs causes a lot of animals stresses the animal population. These guys were like,
Stresses them.
bullshit. The women, the people that are there to take money when you come into the Yellowstone, they have to wear gas masks because the smog is so bad from the ATVs. And it's a real problem. And my buddy said, and every one of those bankers was really fat, and they were just eating and drinking. And the bill
Shitty
came,
suits,
the
I'm
bill,
sure.
bill came to $20,000.
Yeah.
And my buddy goes, dude, their own bodies are polluted. Why do you think they're going to give a fuck about the environment? It was really interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, man, I never really
I
thought
would just
of
say,
that.
well, they're fat.
They're just that.
What else you got, Ev?
No knock on people who have weight problems.
No, not at all.
I'm just saying, it really isn't a knock on it. Everybody has their own issues and problems, but, you know.
We'll do with one more. Shit is getting a little out of control at 49ers games recently in the last couple of years. Really, honestly, at all sports games in the last couple of years, I feel like it's been getting a little crazy. Fans can't seem to go games without beating the shit out of each other in the parking lot and having like lawsuits and teams are getting sued and stuff. So the Niners council, the San Francisco council is trying to ban alcohol sales for the second half of football games.
It's not a bad idea because it would keep a lot of people from getting punched in the face, but that's a lot of money to lose, too.
A lot of money in alcohol sales.
Money.
So, I don't know,
Don't you think it's just a product of the environment? Like, it's kind of, hey, man, fights,
people aren't getting killed.
Well, they are. Someone died in San Francisco.
Yeah, at the Giants game, right?
Dodger-Giants game, I think.
Yep.
But one out of how many games?
Yeah, one out of, and then
Toke it up to shit happens.
So nobody gets to drink, and because a few assholes drink too much, the rest of us can't have a beer.
Oh, real quick, I can't have fun anymore at the games. Can't have a hot dog and a beer.
Fuck
Hey,
that.
fuck you.
Yeah, man, come on, bring the beer back. Stop it. But this is what happens when you happens when you have a litigious society, when you can sue people. Hey, everybody, try buying a diving board in California. You can't buy a diving board for your pool. Do you know why? Because people fucking sue diving board companies. And then they get their representatives to come out and say diving boards are dangerous and they're killing our kids. So I can't have a diving board because it might kill me or my kids. Thank you, nanny state.
Legit point, though.
Thank you, lawyers. Thank you, all you lawyers.
Do you need a diving board?
Huh?
Do you need a diving board?
Hey, man,
your pool's
let
not
me
that
make
deep.
my choice. I grew up with diving boards. Oh,
I
no.
grew up with
a diving board. I'm not allowed to buy a fucking
Hashtag rich kid.
I didn't really grow up with a pool, but diving boards are part of a pool experience. I want to be able to do my flips or not.
My flips.
God damn it. I want to be able to do my
Diving
double.
board's the
I want to be
least
able
of
to do
my
my double
fucking worries in
gainer.
this
My double
society.
half gainer.
I get what you're saying.
You can't buy a diving board.
Yes to diving boards.
Fucking
hey,
lawyers.
Calm down on
and
diving
fucking
boards.
people.
Hey, you're 50.
Bring
you don't
back
need a
the diving
board.
boards,
You don't
man.
need a diving board.
Give me my diving board. I want to start diving again.
Yeah, real quick, your pool's not deep at all.
That's true.
4 feet deep,
Yeah,
maybe.
I'd fuck
Can't
myself
dive.
up. I know a lot of divers, competitive divers, friends of mine. That's a lie that I know a lot.
God, that's
but
a
I know
lie.
like 2 of them, and they're both gay. And now I'm deciding that all divers are gay. There are a lot of gay divers.
What's the real famous one?
Oh, Greg Louganis.
Greg Louganis.
Yeah.
You watched the doc on him on HBO?
Yes.
Good, huh?
Yes, it is.
He's not doing well.
No, he's HIV positive.
Well, no, it's not even that, like financially.
Oh, he's not.
No,
Well, how
he's
much
about to
money-
lose his house and
How
shit.
much money can you make when you're?
Well, as a diver, what'd you think? Well, yeah.
I mean, it's a tough one.
He came out that he's gay. That was a bad idea, man.
Well, no.
Because then he wasn't, well, at the time, I'm saying
Well,
now.
he had to because he had AIDS.
If he did it now, though, think how much money and shit he'd be set. You come out gay now? I thought about doing it just for the sake of the show.
Yeah.
Just to help the ratings on the show.
Hey,
I was going to go that, hey,
Hey, we
everyone.
found the Brennan Shop sex tape.
No, you can't have sex tape.
Oh, sorry,
No,
bro.
no, no.
Sorry, man.
You just announce
If
you're
you
gay.
had to make a gay sex tape,
I'm not doing
who
it,
would
Bryan.
you do it with?
I'm not doing it.
Hey, bro, you have to. You're gonna
No.
listen. This show
Is that it, B?
We'll get
Is that it,
billion
Ev?
downloads. A billion downloads.
Yeah, that's it.
Can't do it.
Clop.
What do you got, Kay?
Ooh, creep line.
You got another creep line. People still send you creep lines?
They do.
Creep line.
Not a lot.
Someone sent me a tarot on Instagram. I was like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
Did you read that one?
Yes.
It was so bad.
I know, they're really shitty, some of them. But this one's pretty good. Okay. 10 years ago, I was sleeping at my girlfriend's house, and I suspected her that she was cheating. One night, after some drinking, she passed out, and as I was laying there, I heard her phone vibrating. My suspicions were correct. When I looked at her phone and saw the clear evidence, being upset and still drunk, I masturbated next to her. When I finished, I ever so generously applied my swimmers on her closed lips and eyelids. I then covered her in toilet paper and left and never spoke to her again. To this day, I call her the mummy.
The old mummy.
That's actually incredibly
Pretty funny. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
My God,
I don't know.
he just applied it gently. He applied his. Well, all right. I mean, I don't know what to say.
I don't really either.
I'm kind of at a loss. Like
It's really weird.
it's creepy.
A couple days later, he texted or he DM'd me saying, "Was this too creepy to make the creep line? LOL, sorry."
No, it wasn't.
creepy.
It wasn't.
This is how you know people aren't lying.
I think it's
You can't
hilarious.
really make that
yeah,
up.
you call her the mummy. That's pretty impressive.
It'd be funny if you texted her, "How's that mummy doing?"
Damn. It's an interesting way to get back at somebody. I wonder what she thought when she woke up. She must have been like, well,
Was it a prank?
Well, if you never spoke to her again, that's the way to do that is probably not. I don't endorse that, but I suppose if you catch somebody cheating like that,
What would you do? Let's say you
just
What
get
would
up
you
and,
do if you caught? Well, I'm not gonna say your wife. Let's say when you're young, you caught your girlfriend cheating on
Well,
you.
I did one time.
Did you
she
tell
left
me
her
you?
phone on, and I called her. And somehow she answered, but didn't know I was on the phone. And I heard the guy go, "Where are my shoes? Are my shoes there? Where are my?" I was like, "He goes, they're under the." She goes, "They're under the bed." And he goes, "Oh yeah." His voice was deep. And I just fucking. I was like, Catherine. I was like, you're fucking a dude, And she goes, huh? And I go, he left his shoes under your bed. You had your phone on. And I was just like, God damn it. She was like, I'm sorry. I was like, oh, well.
What happened?
I wasn't really
You
in
were
love with
sad.
her. Yeah, I was sad. More at one time I found out a girl was fucking a dude, and he was a kind of a stud. And I was
You get
I
it.
liked her a lot.
You get it.
Of course I get it, but I like her a lot. And I was like, and I just went, and I just put her out of my mind, and I never spoke to her again.
Really?
Yeah.
When I was in college, I had a serious girlfriend, but she went to another college. So I was dating this other girl. I had 2 serious girlfriends at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Serious girlfriends.
Damn dirtbag.
I was a dirtbag.
Real dirtbaggery, but that's fine.
But when you're young, it's
You love them
whatever.
both.
Love them both. Took great care of both of them. 2 straight up girlfriends.
Yeah.
One night I go out. Things happen. I get drunk. She has to come take care of me. She was like up, whatever. Came to take care of me. But my phone keeps going off, and I'm like throwing up, drunk. And I'll never forget this. The phone's going off, and she's like, "Baby, Rob's calling." I'm like, I had the other girlfriend's phone number saved under Rob.
Oh, good job.
She's all, "Rob keeps calling." I'm like, "Oh, don't answer it," and kept calling. Finally, she answered. She's like, "Rob," and then my girlfriend at the time like, "Who the fuck's Rob?" But I'm sick, and I acted like I was way sick and passed out. But they probably talked. They talked for a solid hour.
Oh my God.
She's like, "He did what?" Well, where were you in this? And then they start talking. For
And
an
you were in the
hour.
room.
I was in the room pretending to be.
Oh my God.
Pretending to be knocked out. Listening to them talk the whole time.
That's nice. You could die. She could kill you.
They talked and they're like friends.
My buddy got caught because he put his code name for his side piece was, I think it was Reggie.
Reggie.
Reg.
Mine was Rob.
Or it was like Lou Reggie or some shitty name. Like, nobody's fucking name is Reggie. It's so clearly a fucking
It's so
cheat
funny, man.
name. I was laughing so fucking hard. She was like, "Who's Reggie?" He's like,
Reggie.
Well, it's the girl you've been,
It's so funny.
I mean,
Let's go to some fan questions.
Fan questions.
Yeah, they talked for a solid hour.
Wow.
Game planned against
What
me.
happened?
One moved on. The other kind of just stuck around.
My friend got caught.
I figured it
My
out.
friend got caught by 2 girls, and they go, "You have something to say?" He goes, "Yeah, bad luck for me." That's all he said. Bad luck for me.
When you're young, though.
My
now,
other friend.
Now, fuck, man. Talk about stressful.
My one buddy's got
Don't
the
waste your
biggest
time.
piece on the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Do I know him?
Nope, he's got the craziest piece on the planet, the biggest and one of the better bodies around. And his 2 girls found out that he was cheating on them and with each other, and there was tears and screams. And then within one day, he was back. He was back with both of them.
Jeez.
They just couldn't get enough of him.
Real animal.
Yeah, well, they just couldn't. They were like, "I just need to have sex with you again," and then they got competitive with each other. Human dynamics.
What can you do?
What can you do?
I watched this show on Showtime, some polygamy show. It's like a polythesis.
Yeah, polyamorous.
Yeah. Hey, you seen it?
No, but
think it's the name of
polyamorous
it.
would be poly, which is many. Like, and then amorous would be, love.
Tell you what, though,
amor.
man. People in polyamorous relationships, pretty weird.
Doesn't work out.
They're pretty weird.
Doesn't work out.
It's weird.
Yeah.
They all live together.
I mean,
It
God
looks
bless.
kinda fun.
God bless, but it's a hard thing
Every
to pull
guy
off.
on that show, God, he looks gay. Seems super gay.
Yeah, hard thing to pull off.
It's too stressful, man.
I don't have the energy. Fights.
I don't have the time.
It's hard enough keeping one relationship going.
I agree.
You know?
What do you got, Ev? Check that show out on Showtime, though.
First fan question. All right, it is my new girlfriend. Acted like she was cool with my daily weed use when we started dating, and now that we're fully dialed into the whole relationship long term, she's dropping hints that she doesn't like it. And he's like, for context, I'm successful and healthy. I don't want her uneducated view of pot to impact my credibility with her or eat away at our relationship. How do I approach this one?
Yeah, but when you smoke weed all day or every day, my experience a lot of times is that you might not be your real self. I know that this is, I know people like huge weed, supporters, but weed you have to be careful of because weed can be a motivation killer. And I don't know what you mean by successful. And I also, obviously, something's going on where her needs aren't met. I used to date a girl who got high all the time, and I fucking hated it.
What I tell you, Brian, I dated a girl who would come over high all the time.
Low energy.
She'd come over high all the time. Like, you're wasting my time.
Because you're not yourself.
You're wasting my time, too, because you're wasting yours and mine because you could be around anyone.
Right.
You being high,
and you're happy.
You just come over.
Right.
And you're laughing at shit. It's not
You're
funny.
not connected, really.
No, we're not connected. We're not in the same wavelength. It's stupid.
I have a problem with people who are just high all the time.
I don't have a problem if you use it every now and then, like go to sleep and stuff like that, the way Bryan does, but or athletes that use it for pain and stuff like that, that makes sense. But if you're getting high during the day, you need to check yourself.
I think some people, maybe it works. I don't want to speak for other people. I don't know how your chemistry is, but I think anytime you're doing there are a lot of examples of successful alcoholics, by the way. There are a lot of examples of successful weed smokers. So it depends on what you mean by weed. I do think, though, that if you are altering your consciousness with a drug, regardless of what it is,
'cause you are in an altered
some
state.
people are not gonna like it as much, and she has a right to kind of want the real you sometimes. Because when I was in love with this girl and she was always high, I could never really get her. She was never really that present. She was just
you're
high.
out of it. You're in an altered state, and
Yes.
I'm dead sober.
Yes.
I got shit to do.
Yes.
You're high all the time. If we're both high, that's fine. I can't do that all the time.
Right.
And if you're doing it all the time, we're obviously on different levels.
Yeah,
here.
so I'm sympathetic to your girl, man.
Me too. I'm on the girl side.
And I
here,
wonder,
man.
and I wonder if you can be successful long term if
Well,
you're smoking weed all
real
the
quick,
time.
when you say successful, unless you're Bill Gates, keep on keeping on, my man.
Yeah.
Keep on keeping
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
I don't call myself successful.
No,
I've never called myself
Yeah.
successful.
I smoked weed before, but I went, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. That was good.
All right, next question. This is for you guys, for you, Brendan. Do you think that Phil Davis just got knockout power in his hands, or is he fighting B-League fighters, or both?
I mean, Phil's never been a knockout guy, ever. So, I mean, it was a good shot. It was a looping left hand that rocked Francis Carmon. I think it's a combination of both. Yeah, he's never going to be a knockout guy. But with these Bellator guys, they are B-level fighters, really. Look at the list of guys he's beat. It's fucking insane. So, yeah, I mean.
You're talking about an A-level fighter.
Yeah, you're talking. Phil Davis is a high level world class fighter, fighting guys who are trying to get to his level. So he could really do anything he wants. I'm proud of him.
Yeah, those follow up shots on the ground were fucking hammers, though.
Yeah.
All right, we'll jump to the next question. What was the worst job you had while trying to support yourself as an actor / comedian / fighter?
Well, I was a temp. I worked in
Temp
construction in the summer in D.C. Worst job ever. I sold books, Time Life books over the phone, and I worked at McDonald's. So it's a tie for all that shit. All I realized was, and by the way,
don't want to do it.
By the way, working as a banker in the accounts receivable department for the now extinct Lehman Brothers, where there are no real windows. That was the worst job I've ever had. Whatever, you'd wake up when it was still dark, take the ferry or the path from Hoboken, New Jersey into the city and go wear a suit and go work in the accounts receivable. I had to go track down lost money between trades.
So they all
suck. Oh, my
suck.
fucking God.
They all suck.
Yeah, I just realized I just couldn't do anything but what I do.
I was a janitor. Let's see. I was a janitor. I was a door-to-door salesman of supplements. That was tough.
That's a tough one.
Had a briefcase. Had a briefcase full of supplements.
That's a tough one.
I was a
Give me the pitch.
I
Hold
was
on.
a door-to-door
Hold
salesman.
on. Just give me the pitch.
Well, you know what I'd do? I'd walk in cold.
No.
Hold on. No one who this would be the pitch. I'd walk in cold to gyms, any gym, Aurora, Colorado. I'd walk in, and I'd see a guy going. I'm like, you know what would make him a little better? Open up my briefcase. Something like this. And I just start talking.
So try it. Ready? How you doing? Can I help you? What's so funny, man?
Well, I would introduce myself first.
Go ahead. Let's go.
So you want to do this here?
Yeah, I want to do it right here. Sell me the fucking supplements.
All right. Why forget the supplements? Name of the company was Hard Nutrition.
I don't give a shit, man.
You don't care about my
You
supplements?
got a couple minutes. What's going on?
Okay. So I sit down with the owner and I'd say, do you have many fighters here?
What's your name?
Brendan Schaub.
Oh, okay. What are you doing?
I'm here to help you and your fighters out.
Oh, me and my fighters.
You and your fighters.
Oh, how are you going to do that?
How's business going?
Good.
It's going really good?
Yeah, pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good?
Mhm.
Well, what I see you're missing is
Why are you
supplements.
grinning at me? I don't like people who
'cause this
grin
is
at me. I don't know
ridiculous.
you, bro.
I don't know you, bro.
So-
So try doing that, though, in Aurora, Colorado with tough black dudes.
Oh, shit.
They're all black.
Oh, black guys are going to be
I'd
like,
roll
"Get
in,
the fuck outta
shitty
here."
suit. Hey, listen, I'm here because
What's up, big dog?
Yeah, I'd always do that. What's up, big dog?
What's up, big dog?
Bump fist.
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yeah. Didn't get a lot of sales,
Yeah.
but I was friends with everyone. I'd hang out there with them.
And you had
Shitty briefcase. And then I had to go door to door. Oh, and then if that wasn't
what
enough,
were the supplements? What are you selling to me, man? How do I know these
it was
work?
like all natural bullshit.
How do I know it works?
They really didn't.
Oh, okay.
I'm selling you bullshit.
You're selling me bullshit.
I'm here to get a paycheck. I'm here to get a paycheck.
You're a terrible salesman right now.
Yeah, I forget the whole pitch, but I was also
You want to be better? How would you like that guy to be better?
yeah. How would you like him to hit?
Hey,
How would you like him to hit harder?
Giant guy with no hairline. Get the fuck out of here right now.
Hey, giant guy, shitty suit.
Hey.
Sell me your bullshit. Get out of here.
Listen, you horse
Hey,
face
not
motherfucker.
cheap either.
You get out of here.
Not cheap either. Pulling up in a used Cadillac.
You get in that terrible car and drive away right now.
So I did that, and then for a while there at this company that I worked. Listen to this. At the company I worked at, they ran kids camps. I was never part of that. This is a true story. They ran kids camp. Well, it so happened the employees at the company were like out. They were gone for like a couple weeks, and I answered the phone, and some guy saw, hey, yeah, so when's that camp? I'm like, well, when did they tell you? So unprofessional. He's like, this Thursday. I'm like, it is this Thursday. And he's like, where at? I'm like, where did they tell you it's going to be at? At Utah Park. I'll see you at Utah Park. So I get up
I love that.
and I tell him, I said, cash only. I bring a vanilla envelope. I have a whistle on, shorts, cones. Fucking, all the kids line up. I'm like, all right, everybody. And I just fucking faked it as a trainer running these camps.
Dude,
Forever.
that's the funniest thing.
Changed the business card to my cell phone number. So they thought they were calling the office, but they're calling me. Came to be a real business. All these kids every summer would call me. I had to train these kids with cones. I know what I'm doing because they want to play football. So they loved it. But I was supposed to be reporting the cash back to the big company, but it was all cash. They had no idea. I just pocket it.
When I would sell Time Life books,
Might get arrested.
and we'd have 4-hour shifts. Sometimes you'd work a double. And by the time
Time Life
you'd have to be
books.
like, hi, how are you? You'd cold call. How are you? This is Bryan from Time Life Books. Let me ask you something. You happy with your current cookbooks? And they'd be like, huh?
I guess.
He goes, what if I told you? What if I told you I can get you 12 books, money back guarantee? You can send them back if you don't like them. We send one a month, and this is a great book because it teaches you how to cook chicken. Now, do you know that there are 7 different ways to cook chicken, and we give you, dude, I go through this shit. And by the end of it, and I get hung up on. First, I get this. How'd you get my number? Well, sir, it's here in the. You get rid of my number.
Yeah.
And I just get hung up on. And finally, I was like, you know what? And by the end of it, by the second hour, I just call them and go, hey! And I go, I'm Bryan. And they go, what do you think? I go, do you like food? I can sell. And I just be fucking around. I just couldn't take it anymore. I would just try to annoy them. I go, honey, mama.
Does any of that work?
I would sell 6 books. I'd sell 6 fucking 6 books.
End jobs.
I called all my relatives. I made my mother buy.
You have all your friends.
My aunt,
Your
uncle,
family
all my
friends.
friends. I sold. Every sale I got was to all my
All
family
your
members
friends.
and their friends.
Hey, I had a buddy. He was
My mother had all these shitty books.
It's just shit books.
Hey, you want to learn about World War II on fighter pilots? I'd say, yeah.
Hey, whose business idea was
Here's
this?
a lie.
Why are you guys hiring us? Hey,
Oh,
no, I have a
fuck.
friend. He's our best friend growing up. We haven't seen him we haven't seen him in years. He comes over my dad's house. We're like, hey man, how's it going? Things are going real good. You know what? How are you guys' knives? I don't know. Well, these.
My buddy Eric
fucking rolls out. He rolls out knives. So for $19.99, your knives, and I'm like, right in my head, I'm like, wow.
Hey, fuck you.
He's not doing well at all. My dad goes. I thought for sure my dad was gonna buy them. My dad goes, let us think about it.
I'm fucking crying right
That was
now.
our best friend growing up. He's slanging knives next door to door. My dad didn't even buy them.
My buddy Eric Wagner.
He'd go, you got an apple? I guess. Get an apple. He'd be like, check it out. Right through it like Napoleon Dynamite style. It was like, check it out.
Look how it cuts an apple.
I'm like, well, all our knives do that. Not like this, though. Yeah, what else you got? So I'm going through the fridge.
Do your knives cut? Yeah, they do.
Do your knives cut? They cut like this? I don't know. Maybe not as fast.
Hey, you want to buy a new wheel? This wheel really goes.
Dude, I'll never forget that.
Thanks for reinventing something that doesn't need to be reinvented.
I'm not going to say his name, but my dad goes, hey, how's everything doing, Bryan? He goes, things are really good. Hey, listen.
He pulls him out in a cloth. Like
He did. I rolled it in a cloth.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You got an apple? Hey, Bryan, get an apple. Yeah, I guess.
My mother's a gourmet cook, and my buddy Eric Wagner does the same thing. He rolls out this black cloth with knives. He goes, now these knives can cut through rope. My mother goes, I don't cut rope. He goes, no, but it's so sharp. He takes a rope and he cuts it, and he goes. And my mother goes, watch this. And she takes out her knife and goes, and cuts right through it. She goes, thank you. I have better knives than you do. That's a gimmick. She gave him no quarter. He rolls it back up. It got quiet. It got quiet and awkward. And I went over to talk to my mom. I go, buy her the knives. She goes, I'm not buying those knives. He didn't make the sale. He went home early. Hey, nerd, don't forget your shitty fucking quote-unquote Japanese steel knives that don't work as well as the knives in my mom's drawer who's been cooking forever. Go fuck yourself, you teenager. Hey, teenager.
Hey, real quick.
Oh, my
Is there any
God.
worse job in the world?
Don't sell books or knives. Huh?
Oh, man.
If you sell books or knives, lose my
How much
number.
money you going to make? I mean, what's the
Jesus
grand
Christ.
scheme here?
So funny.
Fuck. I was like Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith style, man. Briefcase.
I bought
door
so
to
many
door.
Girl Scout cookies for these little Girl Scouts.
Ooh, I
There's
love
got to be
Girl
a
Scout
better way to
cookies.
make money, though.
Ooh, I love me some Girl Scout cookies, though.
Jesus Christ.
What else you got, Ev?
Got one more.
God, that hurt my throat. I'm laughing so hard.
Things are good. Most of my dad goes, shit.
Hey, let us think.
Brent, and then he goes, you have an apple? Brent, grab an apple.
Let us think about it.
Hey.
Hold on. Here's how we're gonna think. So, guys, what do you think? Should we buy these knives that cut through apples, like a knife through an apple? Boy, that thing just cut through. Right? I was like, I just had to go like this because apples are so hard to cut through.
He goes, he gets done. He goes like eyes all high. He goes, what do you guys think? Brent goes, let's.
You know. Hey, guys, you know how hard it is to cut through an apple. You know, you have to sit there for hours sawing through that apple.
God, dude.
Holy fuck, that's funny.
So funny. Such
Holy
a shitty
shit.
job.
Tonto knives, with them, they'll show you shit like their knives go through a car door. Now you got my attention. I don't need to stab a car door, but if my enemy's behind a car door and I want to stab him, I can work with that. If you got a steel that's strong enough to go through a fucking car door, I'll take that knife. I just want it in my arsenal.
You show me a knife cutting through a pair of Jordans or something, I'm gonna buy that.
Yeah. But a car door, in case the zombie apocalypse comes, I can cut someone's head off.
Yeah,
really
now we're
easily.
talking. Now I'll buy your knife set.
Oh, it's so funny.
Fuck.
God damn, that's funny.
All right, last one. Now that the podcast is killing it, you guys are inevitably going to get some more hate from listeners.
Not really.
Keep going.
How do you respond to the negativity? Because clearly not everyone who says something you do.
Fuck
don't
off,
like it,
you.
it's a hater.
Hey, you. Fuck off.
Do you entertain any negative comments?
I
Or just
do.
Sometimes people have a point.
I do. I think
deal
some
with it?
people tell me I interrupt, or some people tell me that I'm a know-it-all, and sometimes sometimes I get corrected on that awesome guy who wrote to me about the funniest email. He goes, "Hey, just so you know, Bryan, everything Bryan said about farming is not true, but I love your podcast. Carry on." And I go, "Dude, tell me more." And he educated me on how cows.
Most
really
people
eat.
are cool.
I like that shit.
Yeah, most people are super cool. Every now and then I respond on Instagram. People are like, hey, man, you guys' podcast today sucked or something like that. And I go, I always put this one. Well, they're free and you don't have to listen to it.
Yeah.
So what do you want me to do, man?
We can't be great every time. I mean, it's hard.
I mean, well, it's not even that. It's like, who gets on someone's Instagram and posts stuff like that?
Right.
It's so weird.
I
to me.
don't know. Like a lot of times when I come in, we don't plan anything, so I don't.
Most people are cool.
I don't know what to do. Like I don't know if it's going to be good or not. But.
Most people are cool, man.
Oh, we have Sebastian Maniscalco coming in on Wednesday, guys. So that's
Ooh,
exciting.
we also got a fight companion Saturday night with Rogan.
Ooh, do we?
Yep.
Saturday?
Yep.
Oh, I'll be in.
You're out of town.
Yeah, I'll be. Oh, by the way, I'll be at the San Jose Improv. Come on, guys, get your tickets. 25th, 26th, 27th.
25th, 26th, 27th.
I'm bringing heat. I got all new shit. Can't wait.
Awesome, man. You gonna
Yeah.
see Tarek out there?
Yeah, I'll definitely see Tarek.
Nice.
I called him, didn't call me back. Hey, thanks, Tarek. I really appreciate that. Somebody tweet at Tarek Azim at Empower
Hey,
Gym.
is there
Tell
hey,
that
Tarek,
ass-
have your mom cook a shitload of baklava
Yeah.
and then give it to Callan.
Dude, by the way, that's true. Hey, Tarek, I want baklava. I want a whole
No, I want
box.
his mama's baklava.
Yeah, whatever that baklava
Give us enough.
was at your wedding.
Oh my god. I'm starving.
I want to see Yosef and I want to see Tarek.
And Jake Shields.
And Jake
They'll all be
Shields.
there, I'm sure.
I want to see all my
Jake's,
boys.
you know Jake's in Costa Rica right now.
He is?
He texted me on Saturday. He was like, "Where you at in Costa Rica? I'm with my girl." Well,
Hey.
I'm on a bachelor party, man. For sure, don't bring your
Guess who
girlfriend
else was
around.
in fucking Costa Rica?
Who?
My sister and my brother-in-law, and I had no idea. Didn't call her on her birthday. Good job. Hey, Jake. Hey, Jake Shields, real quick. The next time you're at a wedding, would you mind not wearing all black and getting a suit that you didn't find in the back of your sock drawer? It's just an idea. I know you're
He's
a
dressed like
fighter.
a funeral.
I know you're the roughest.
He goes,
dude. He's
I
such
feel
a-
weird.
Dude, Jake Shields is such a rough guy. He's just rough. He is a fighter. He just looks like
Toughest
the tough
vegan in the
He's just a
world.
tough son of a bitch. He's just a brute. But would you mind not taking the suit and rolling it up into a ball and keeping it there for 10 years and then pulling it out and wearing? He didn't even know how to tie his tie.
He'll wear the same suit for a funeral, wedding,
Well,
whatever
yeah,
you want.
it's all black.
all black.
Looking at his suit made me depressed.
Really?
Well, it was
Hey,
just
hey, can I say
morbid.
something though?
Yeah.
His was better than yours.
God damn it.
At least
Mine
his
was-
fit.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta get it tailored, bro.
I'm going to.
Yeah. What do you got?
Let's wrap.
Boom. Callan, where can they find you, amigo?
Santa Fe Improv this weekend, everybody. And we'll be at, Joe Rogan and I will be at the Hong Kong Inn this Wednesday in
Hong Kong
Ventura.
Inn. Can people get tickets to that still?
Oh, yeah. I think there are
Awesome.
some tickets left, maybe.
October 1st, first live, Fighting the Kid. That thing is sold out. You know this, but there are tickets available. November 12th, we got some time. Tempe, Arizona, Tempe Improv, one night, one show only. And then Callan will be there the following Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So make sure you get your tickets. TempeImprov.com. Oh, and guess what? We got Live Hard t-shirts, Fighting the Kid t-shirts dropping this week, this Friday. Live Hard shirts drop.
Live hard!
I think you guys
Be
will,
hard.
I think you guys will dig these. They're college style and USC colors and UCLA colors. They're pretty fun, dope, soft. You know the deal. Everything you need, TFATK.com. This is the Fighting the Kid. We're out.